Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're diving into something that's really got me thinking.
Oh, yeah.
AI in education.
Okay.
It's one of those things that, feels so futuristic and
Yeah.
almost a little unnerving, right?
Yeah.
We've all seen those sci-fi movies where the robots take over.
Right.
But what if AI in the classroom isn't about replacing teachers? What if it's about actually making learning more personalized
Mm.
and effective for every student?
Well, that's the real heart of it, isn't it? We're not talking about replacing teachers or that human element in education.
Right.
Instead, imagine AI as this tool to help us understand each student's individual learning journey in a
Yeah.
way that's never been possible before.
Okay, so I'm intrigued, but paint me a picture here.
Yeah.
How would that actually work? Is this like some kind of, I don't know, super tutor that lives inside a computer?
Well, in a way, yes.
Yeah.
But think about how AI is already being used in so many other areas of our lives, right?
Yeah.
Like streaming services,
Uh-huh.
they recommend movies based on our viewing history.
Right.
Navigation apps, they learn our preferred routes.
Yeah.
So now let's apply that same concept to education.
Okay, so instead of this one-size-fits-all approach,
Right.
AI could tailor lessons to each student's needs
Exactly.
and interests.
Precisely. Imagine an AI system that analyzes a student's performance in real time. Let's say they're working on a math problem, and they consistently make the same mistake.
Oh.
The AI could recognize that pattern and then provide additional instruction or practice problems that are specifically targeted to that area.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like having a tutor who knows exactly where you're getting stuck
Right.
and can offer just the right kind of help.
And it goes beyond just identifying weaknesses, too. AI can also recognize a student's strengths and then provide them with opportunities to really excel.
Okay.
So, for instance, if a student is grasping concepts really quickly, the AI could introduce more challenging material to keep them engaged and prevent boredom.
That's amazing. So in essence, AI could ensure that no student is left behind
Right.
or held back.
Yeah.
Every student gets the personalized attention they need to really reach their full potential.
That's the idea. And it's especially powerful when we think about students who might not have access to traditional tutoring or extra help.
Right.
So AI could really level the playing field here,
Yeah.
providing those equitable learning opportunities for everyone, regardless of their background.
That's huge. Or circumstances.
Yeah.
I'm also really curious about the impact that this would have on teachers. So would they even be needed
Yeah.
in this AI-powered classroom of the future?
That's a question a lot of people are asking. And I think it's important to remember that teaching is about so much more than just delivering information, right?
Right.
It's about mentoring. It's about inspiring. It's about building those crucial human connections that foster a love of learning.
So you're saying that AI wouldn't replace teachers, but it would change the way they teach.
Exactly. Think of it this way. If AI can handle tasks like grading data analysis, even creating personalized quizzes, that frees up teachers to focus on what they do best, guiding discussions, providing individual feedback, fostering a supportive and engaging learning environment.
That sounds like a win-win for both teachers and students.
Right.
So teachers get to spend more time doing what they love, and students get the personalized attention they need to thrive.
Precisely. And this brings us to another really exciting aspect of AI in education,
Okay.
which is its potential to bridge educational gaps, particularly in under-resourced communities.
I was just thinking about that because not everyone have access to quality education,
Right.
especially in remote areas or communities facing economic challenges. Could AI help change that?
Absolutely. Imagine online platforms powered by AI that can provide world-class learning experiences to students anywhere with an internet connection.
Yeah.
We're talking interactive lessons, virtual tutors that can provide personalized support, even access to a vast library of educational resources.
It's like bringing the best teachers and resources directly to students no matter where they live. That could be a game changer for so many kids
Yeah.
who might not otherwise have those opportunities.
And it's not just about access to information. AI can also help tailor the learning experience to different cultures and learning styles, ensuring that education is truly inclusive and relevant for everyone.
I mean, this is really starting to paint a picture of a future where education is more personalized, engaging, and accessible than ever before. But I also have to wonder, what are some of the potential downsides that we need to be aware of? Is there a risk of becoming too reliant on technology?
That's a very valid concern, and it's something we need to consider carefully. While AI can be an incredible tool for learning, it's essential to strike a balance. and ensure that technology enhances, not replaces, that human connection that lies at the heart of education.
So how do we make sure we get that balance right? How do we harness the power of AI while preserving those essential human elements of teaching and learning?
That's the million-dollar question, and it's one that educators, policymakers, technologists are grappling with right now. As we move forward, it's crucial to have these thoughtful conversations about the ethical considerations of AI in education.
I'm starting to see just how complex and nuanced this topic is.
Yeah.
It's not just about robots taking over classrooms. It's about finding ways to use technology to create
Yeah.
a more equitable and effective learning experience for every student.
Exactly. And as we continue this deep dive, we'll explore more of those complexities, the potential benefits and challenges, and ultimately what this means for the future of learning.
This is definitely a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
And I'm already eager to learn more, so stay with us as we delve deeper into the fascinating world of AI in education. Welcome back. I don't know about you, but I'm finding this whole AI and education thing pretty mind-blowing in the first part.
Yeah.
We talk about how AI could personalize learning and even help bridge educational gaps, which is amazing. But I'm also realizing just how much we still need to figure out.
It's true. There is a lot of ground to cover still. It's a bit like exploring a new frontier.
Yeah.
We're just starting to understand the potential of AI in education. And there are bound to be challenges along the way.
That makes sense. So where do we even begin to address those challenges? What are some of the key things we need to be thinking about as we move forward?
Well, one crucial aspect is ensuring that AI is used responsibly and ethically in education.
Right.
We need to be very mindful of potential biases that could creep into AI systems if they're not developed carefully.
That's a really important point. We wouldn't want AI to perpetuate existing inequalities or create new ones.
Exactly. For example, if an AI system is trained on data that reflects existing gender or racial biases
Right.
in educational outcomes, it could unintentionally reinforce those biases in its recommendations or assessments.
So it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the data that's used to train the AI.
Right.
And the people who are designing and implementing these systems.
Precisely. We need to make sure that diverse perspectives are represented in the development of AI for education, and that we're constantly evaluating these systems for fairness and equity.
That makes a lot of sense. So responsible development is key. But what about the actual implementation of AI in classrooms? What are some of the practical considerations we need to address?
One big one is teacher training.
Yeah.
Teachers need to be equipped with the skills and knowledge to effectively integrate AI into their teaching practices. They need to understand how these tools work, how to use them to support student learning, and how to address potential challenges that might arise.
So it's almost like we need a whole new approach to teacher education.
Yeah.
One that incorporates AI literacy from the ground up.
I think you're right. And it's not just about technical skills. Teachers also need to develop their critical thinking skills around AI. They need to be able to evaluate the claims made about AI tools, understand their limitations, and make informed decisions about how to use them in ways that benefit their students.
So it's about empowering teachers to be thoughtful and discerning users of AI, not just passive consumers.
Exactly, of whatever technology comes their way.
I'm also wondering about the students themselves. How do we prepare them to learn and thrive in a world where AI is increasingly integrated into their lives?
That's a crucial question. We need to equip students with not only digital literacy skills, but also a deeper understanding of how AI works and its potential impact on society.
So it's not just about teaching them how to use AI tools,
Right.
but also about helping them think critically about the ethical and societal implications of these technologies.
Precisely. We want to foster a generation of citizens who are not only comfortable using AI, but who can also actively shape its development and use in ways that benefit humanity.
That makes a lot of sense. We don't want to just create passive consumers of technology. We want to empower students to be creators and innovators who can use AI to solve problems and make the world a better place.
Exactly, and that brings us back to the importance of fostering those human skills that are going to be even more valuable. In an AI-driven world, creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and empathy, these are the qualities that will set humans apart and allow us to thrive alongside intelligent machines.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's not about humans versus machines. It's about finding ways for them to complement.
Right, and enhance each other.
And that's why it's so important to think about AI in education, not as a replacement for human teachers, but as a powerful tool that can augment their abilities and help them create even more engaging and effective learning experiences for their students.
This is all so fascinating, but I have to admit I'm still a bit apprehensive about the whole thing. It's hard to know what the future holds, and I think a lot of people are worried about the potential downsides of AI.
I understand your apprehension. It's natural to feel uncertain about the unknown,
Yeah.
but I think it's important to remember that technology is not inherently good or bad. It's how we choose to use it that matters.
So we have a responsibility to shape the future of AI in education in a way that benefits everyone.
Absolutely. And that starts with having open and honest conversations
Yeah.
about the potential benefits and challenges, the ethical considerations, and the long-term implications of integrating AI into our classrooms.
This is definitely a deep dive, and we've only just scratched the surface. I'm eager to continue exploring this topic and see what other insights we uncover.
Me too. There's so much more to discuss, and I think we're just beginning to grasp
Yeah.
the transformative potential of AI in education. So we've spent the last two parts of this deep dive really digging into the potential of AI in education, both the exciting possibilities and the challenges we need to be thinking about.
Right.
But now I'm really curious to see how this is all actually playing out, in the real world.
Yeah.
Are there actual examples of AI being used effectively in classrooms today?
Absolutely. There are already a number of AI-powered tools and platforms that are making a real difference in education. Some are focused on personalizing the learning experience, while others are helping teachers become more effective in the classroom.
Okay, I'm eager to hear about some specific examples. What are some of the tools that are really catching your eye?
Well, one platform that's gaining a lot of traction is called Khan Academy.
Okay.
They've been using AI for years now to create personalized learning paths for students in a wide range of subjects, from math and science to history and art.
Oh, Khan Academy. It's a fantastic resource. I've used it myself.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize they were using AI so extensively. How does that actually work?
Well, their AI algorithms analyze a student's performance
Hmm.
on exercises and quizzes, identifying areas where they need more support,
Hmm.
and then adjusting the difficulty level of the material
Yeah.
accordingly.
So it's like having a custom-tailored curriculum
Right.
for each student.
Exactly. And there are other platforms out there too, like Duolingo for language learning, that use similar AI techniques to personalize the learning journey.
That makes sense. Language learning is all about repetition and practice.
Right.
And having an AI tutor that can track your progress and provide feedback in real time seems incredibly helpful.
It really is. And AI isn't just being used to personalize learning for students either, it's also playing a role in teacher training and professional development.
Now, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about how AI could be used to help teachers, improve their skills.
Well, there are platforms that use AI to analyze videos of teachers in the classroom, providing feedback and suggestions for improvement.
Yeah.
For example, they might identify patterns in a teacher's questioning techniques or classroom management strategies and offer specific recommendations for enhancing their effectiveness.
It's like having a virtual mentor who can observe your teaching
Right.
and offer personalized guidance. That could be incredibly valuable
Mm.
for both new and experienced teachers.
It can be, and as AI technology continues to evolve, we can expect even more innovative applications in education.
That's exciting, but also a little daunting. It feels like we're on the cusp of a major transformation in education. And it's hard to know exactly what that will look like.
It is a time of great change and uncertainty, but I think it's important to remember that technology is just a tool. Ultimately, it's up to us, as educators and as a society, to decide how we want to use AI to shape the future of learning.
I think it's a really powerful thought. We have this responsibility to ensure that AI is used in a way that benefits all students and enhances that human connection that lies at the heart of education.
Absolutely, and that means having these thoughtful conversations about the ethical considerations, the potential risks and benefits, and the long-term implications of integrating AI into our classrooms.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've explored the potential of AI to personalize learning, to bridge educational gaps, and to empower both students and teachers. And we've also acknowledged the challenges and the need for responsible development and implementation.
It's been a fascinating exploration, and I hope our listeners have gained a better understanding of this complex and evolving landscape of AI in education.
I know I have. And I think the key takeaway for me is that AI is not a silver bullet that will magically solve all of education's problems. But it is a powerful tool that, if used thoughtfully and ethically, has the potential to really transform learning for the better.
I couldn't agree more. The future of learning is in our hands, and it's up to us to shape it in a way that benefits all learners.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into AI in education. We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. And until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep exploring the possibilities.